Hi everyone, this is Amy with My Plant Passion, and today we're going to talk about a lot of different plants. Some of my favorite plants, as you can see. This is actually my office / my bedroom, and I actually work at home. So I get surrounded by these beauties every day. And they actually help your outlook on life. They help bring positivity into your world, and it's just an amazing thing what they do. They also help purify the air. There's so many benefits of having these gorgeous plants in your home. So the must-haves, these are also good for beginners because these are easier to take care of. You can kind of neglect them a little bit. And so the first one we're going to start with is the snake plant, the spider plant. This is your traditional spider plant. And then as you see, that one over here is the Hawaiian spider plant. It's got a little bit of variation of the leaves. They're a little bit darker green versus like the more white in the middle here. But they're both gorgeous. These are great for hanging pots. What I recommend is if you get a hanging pot, it's hard to find some that actually have the drainage holes in the bottom. So if you do that, which these guys do not have drainage holes in the bottoms of these or those two, try not to overwater them. You don't want them sitting in water. And these are pretty forgiving when it comes to underwatering. You can notice that they may start turning a little brown. Just give them a little bit of water. And this one has little babies. I took and propagated a beautiful baby spider plant. And how you're going to propagate them, you're going to take them off these little pups or little babies right down here. And I like to propagate everything in water. To me, it seems like they do so much better in water. And then when they start getting roots, you can put them in soil. Well-draining soil. Okay, so these guys are great for pretty much everything. They help reduce the toxins in your home. They help produce a lot of oxygen as well. They help remove carbon dioxide. Some plants help remove benzene, formaldehydes, just a lot of icky stuff that you don't need in your home. And some of them are known to remove mold, which is amazing. And so this is my spider plant, and there is the Hawaiian spider plant. I love these. These are some of my favorite plants. And as you can see, they do very, very well. They're very healthy looking. Now, you see I have a lot of light in this room. Those two to my right are south-facing windows. Now, I get enough light from these south-facing windows that they're not getting scorched. They're getting just enough light that they need. And then these are west-facing windows. So these are the spider plants, and they can eliminate like 95% toxic agents. There's been many, many studies done on these. So, okay, so that is the spider plants. Next is the snake plant. I have several different varieties, as you can see. This is the big boy, and they're not really fast growers, but you just plant them and leave them alone. They don't really require a whole lot of water. If you accidentally forget to water them, like for several weeks, they're fine. This one we found when we bought it, it was like a bucket or a gallon of water we had to dump out. So these are very, very easy to take care of plants. And let me see here. Here is a smaller version of a snake plant. It is like the cylinder snake plants. Now I have noticed that these guys will grow faster than like your traditional snake plants. These take a little while to grow. Now, this one I have been super neglectful. I am embarrassed to say that I've knocked this sucker over a few times, and it just keeps popping back up. And they're just really, really amazing. These also are super good for like purifying the air. They take out formaldehyde. They produce oxygen. They thrive in the shade or the sun. It does not matter. So these are great for beginners. These were like some of my first plants that I had. So, and they produce little babies that you can take shoots off of. These are, people do propagate them. The cylinders, I've noticed, are actually easier to propagate than your traditional snake plants because they just take forever to grow. And I don't know if you're like me, I like to see results right away. So here is, okay, let me move this little guy out of the way. This was actually my first plant, Lucky Bamboo. But we're on to snake plants. Now, this is what they call a moonshine snake plant because of the different color. It's kind of like a jade green color. And then here is your other traditional snake plant, or what they call mother-in-law tongue. And this has the gorgeous yellow. Now these don't really grow too fast. I've had this one for a while. It just sits there, does what it needs to do, and it just sits there, doesn't really grow. So if it's not growing, it's okay. Okay, and as you can see, my monster of a plant. This is called the Monstera plant. This is one of my favorites. It is humongous. It just grows and grows and grows. Now I have a baby leaf on here that just opened up like 2 days ago. And now, once that did, now I have another one right here getting ready to open up. It's just amazing how fast these suckers grow. And again, these are great for beginners because you don't need to water them too much. And they're just easy to take care of. Okay, so Pothos. Pothos are some of the easiest plants to take care of too. So we are going to talk about that. Now I have these two. This is part neon pothos right here. And you can take cuttings from this. These are some of the easiest ones to propagate. And stay tuned to our next video because I'm actually going to show you what the propagation looks like. And then I'm going to plant those propagating pothos. So these two are your golden pothos, and then those are neon pothos. I love pothos because, again, these are great for beginners, and they're hard to kill for the most part. I water them maybe once a week, and if you have hanging baskets, the way to tell if they need water is if they're light. So you can throw them in the shower, or I use distilled water just to be on the safe side because I don't want to fry mine with like the chemicals in the water. But yep, you can just see if they need water just by holding up the pot. And actually that one actually feels a little lighter than normal, so I probably need to water him. But okay, so as you can see, I have much more. This is the Eureka palm. And these are also super great for beginners. I have it tied up because it likes to kind of fall apart. But yeah, there's new growth on here and everything. They just do their thing. Good for the air. Good for your well-being. When you look at it, it just looks tropical. Puts you in a tropical place. Especially if you are surrounded by snow and cold weather. And my next one that I love to talk about is the Ponytail palm. This guy is beautiful. And again, these guys, super easy to take care of. These are great for beginners. These are actually succulents, so you don't want to water them too much because they don't take a whole lot of water. So it can be forgiving on watering. They also like bright light, so I have enough lighting in this room for him. But these are awesome, awesome plants. They purify the air. This one has new growth already starting on it. And again, these are slow growers. So if you buy something that you want to grow, these guys are very, very slow growers. So I don't recommend it for that. But again, these are awesome. Some of my favorite. Okay, so we're going to put him back. And here's another one. The money tree, or money plant. The Chinese money plant. Now, This one has so many babies off of there. These are great to give to your friends and family to propagate. You just cut. Make sure not to cut the mother plant. Some of these will take and some of them won't. But again, these are awesome, awesome gifts to give to family, friends. Great housewarming plants or housewarming gifts. And sometimes you'll notice like the bottoms of them turning yellow. That's normal. That's usually the first that turn kind of yellowy, and then they start producing up top. But again, great for your well-being, great for your home, produce oxygen, takes out all the bad stuff out of your home. Okay, and let's see what else I got here. These are peperomia. This is the watermelon peperomia, and it is kind of growing out of control. This one, very well drained soil. And the way I check is put my finger down in, see if it's damp enough. If it is, great. If it's not, give it a little bit of water. I do try to water from the bottom, but sometimes it does require every once in a while, maybe once a month, to water from the top. That way it flushes out all those salts and stuff. But these are easy also to take care of. Very, very good for beginners. Okay, and last but not least, actually I got a couple more. Okay, these are the prayer plants, and these are some of my favorite. This one actually has a bloom on it. It's like a purple color bloom, and this little dude is super happy. Sometimes I like to prop it up. These are also really, really great for hanging baskets because they like to hang. And these are just gorgeous, gorgeous plants. And they do also help produce oxygen. So again, these are a little bit more colorful. I wanted to add a little bit more color to my room. And these are perfect for that. And these produce little blooms that don't really last very long, but they are really, really neat when they do. And I've got another one getting ready to start right there. And they produce little leaves that look like little rolls. It's funny looking, but these are awesome, awesome plants. These are shallow too. They don't really grow roots, a whole lot of roots down. They're very shallow rooted plants. So they do well in shallow pots. But well-drained soil. I do recommend well-drained soil. You can love your plants too much and overwater them. That's the biggest mistake people make, is overwatering their plants. I did it, and until I got used to what I had and what they required, mine would die or turn like yellow, and you get a pattern. You start knowing when your plants need the water. You can feel the heaviness of them. Okay, put him back. Okay, and this is a different version of the prayer plant. It's kind of red. It's the red prayer plant. And this one also is growing flowers on it. And this was a little bit more purple. And again, these are amazing. They put a little bit more color. See, the leaves have like a purple leaf underneath. And these are folded. Now at night, they're going to spread out. It's so cool. Okay, and here is my other prayer plant. It looks like a turtle. And I had to prop this one up because he was like growing so much that he was falling over. So I wanted to kind of make it look a little bit more bushy. So I use like wood skewers. That helps, and it doesn't hurt your plant either. So here is the other prayer plant. These are doing very, very well. Sometimes you'll notice them turn yellow at the bottom. It's okay to clip them and prune them. It helps basically make these a little bit bigger too. Put this guy back. Let's see. And this is a mixture. This is the lemon lime and the red together. And these are doing very, very well. Again, this one was just kind of leaning over, so I wanted to prop it up a little bit. That way it would get enough sun and get enough airflow through there. But aren't they gorgeous? Okay, am I missing anything else? I have one little cylinder snake plant, this sucker. I've dropped it and it's still going strong. It actually fell out of this one right here. It fell out of it and I could see its roots, so I just repotted it up and he's still growing strong. So these are very resilient plants. And now I'm going to talk about a couple Alocasias. Now these are super neat looking, but they are a little bit harder to take care of. Now beginners can have these. It's just definitely do your homework because these are a little bit more finicky. They have like balls, like bulbs for roots. So you definitely want to make sure you don't balls. I said balls. Bulbs. Okay, so enough of that. And anyway, these are prone to root rot. So you definitely want to be careful not to overwater them. But these are just amazing. This is the poly. And it's got very dark, like purpley, very dark purpley underneath the leaf. And they just are so amazing. It's like I think the term that they use is like African mask plant, something like that. But they're just amazing. And I have my silver dragon. It's struggling a little bit because it was mailed to me, so, but it's still doing very, very well. It does, these like light, like indirect bright light, but there's that one. And it's got neat, like red underneath the veins, red veins, which is amazing. And they look like dragon scales. This is called the silver dragon. And I've got the other one that is actually the dragon scale. And as you see, it's starting to put on a whole nother leaf right there. And you will notice that these, once they put on a new leaf, it may drop another leaf. That's okay. As long as it doesn't look like it's struggling, that's fine. But new baby leaf coming on. These are so amazing. Okay. Well, these are, actually, I didn't even talk about my very first plant, my lucky bamboo. Now, the pothos and the lucky bamboo are some of the easiest ones to propagate. I put them in water. Anything that I propagate, I like to do in water because I like to see how the roots are growing. And you can actually, with the lucky bamboo, some people put them in just nothing but water and rocks. This is in soil, so I don't water it as often as it should be. If it's in water, just make sure you clean the water like once a week, once every couple weeks, so it doesn't get that nastiness in it. But I like to keep mine in soil because it seems to like it. And I have a little bit of rocks on top to make it look neat and also to help filter that water too. And again, this was one of my first plants that I've ever had, and it's amazing. Does very, very well. I've propagated several different lucky bamboo from it, and he's still growing strong. So, and again, I have another leaf coming on here. I don't know if you can see that right here. Let's see if we can get that. Another leaf basically coming out over there. This is a new one too. But these are also super easy to take care of. And these, to me, I think these are fast growers, the Monstera plant. Because when I first got him, he was little. Now he is a monster. And look how monstrous this leaf is. Amazing. And the stems are like super hard and strong. So, but I want to thank you all for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. We are going to have much more videos on how to propagate things. I'm going to actually do a video today on planting some of my propagated pothos. Like and subscribe. And thank you again for watching my video. And for your mind, remember, for your mind, body, and soul, to play in the dirt. Bye for now.